Well, it's no secret, growing up in the 1980s was freaking awesome. Like, we had all sorts of cool stuff. Like, there were Concords, there was space shuttles, the whole lot. Like, it was awesome. Like, Lamborghini Countages, Ferrari F40, the works. A really super cool time to grow up and, just get into stuff. But one of the big things that hung over everyone's shoulders or floated over their heads and interfered with their consciousnesses like a big black cloud was the year 2000. And not only was that a big deal back in the 80s, as the 90s were on, it went into fever pitch because we had all sorts like the Y2K bug, which drove people mental. Like, planes were going to fall out of the sky. The ATM machines were just going to spew money out. The whole system was going to fail. Like, people didn't have enough tinned beans in their bunkers and things like that. But, the year 2000 came around. Here in Australia, we had a big old fireworks display up on Sydney Harbour Bridge. And then we had the Olympics later that year, and we had another big old fireworks display on the Harbour Bridge. So, hey, life's good. Great time. Let's do some year 2000 quickies because there were some pretty cool tunes floating around there. I don't know if many people picked up these ones, but I did, and they're great. The first one, of course, is old mate Alice Cooper with Brutal Planet. Holy cow. Now, if this isn't one of the heaviest albums I've heard, well, I'd heard at the time, I was absolutely blown away. Like, they stack this with heavy tracks, and it's kind of like a bit of industrial style. There's the title track, Brutal Planet, great stuff. Really heavy, great riffs. There's another highlight. I'm not going to go through all of them because got to respect. There's only so much time I got. We got Sanctuary. This is a real favourite of mine. It's like just a nice thrashing sort of song in that Y2K sort of style, but it's a real highlight if you're a fan of Alice Cooper and a fan of just metal in general. Get yourself some Sanctuary. We got a few other good ones on here. There is Gimme, and that was released as a single, and it's kind of a good fun Alice Cooper, he's got that sort of playful side to himself, where he, sort of mocks all those evil tropes and things like that. Really good stuff. We have a few others. We got Cold Machines, and this is like a real Marilyn Manson kind of sounding track. But again, really good, really, really good riffs. Can't go wrong with that. Here in Australia, we got a bonus track which is called I Can't Sleep, The Clowns Will Eat Me. And this is just classic Alice Cooper to the nines. Like, again, he dials up his sort of thing, and it's a lot of fun. And really, really cool time to be had for all on this. If you haven't heard it, if you don't know about it, go find out about Alice Cooper, Brutal Planet. This is the planet you want to be on. It's good times, great classic hits, as they say. Next up for a bit of year 2000 action. Actually, this one might be 2001. I don't know. I can't read it. But it's Digimortal by Fear Factory. It might be 2001. Anyway, thereabouts. This is a weird one. But, like, old Fear Factory cop a bit of shtick for this album. I don't think they play any of the songs off this at all live anymore, or at all if they did in the day, because I think they broke up after putting this out, but then they got back together and then they broke up, and then yeah, refer that to the court system, which is where that's currently at with old mates in Fear Factory. But this one's got some slammers on it. The title track, Digimortal, oh, bang, it's got the beans on it. It goes for gold. Really cool song. Linchpin, that's another one of the singles. You know, like some folk criticize this album because they say, hey man, they're just playing the riffs and they're just doing like semitones all the time, but a lot of the old Fear Factory was semitones, like when you listen to the riffs. I guess they were a lot faster, but here they sort of dial it back a bit, and you get, you know, just some good groovy riffs, and they just take their time with it. Some strange songs. We got Invisible Wounds, or Dark Bodies in brackets. It's like a ballad, really good, and it's got a great halftime sort of throwdown in the middle eight. Weird Song, back the F up, where they get some doo-doo raps in on it. Yeah, good for them. They have Bite Block. That was actually the first song I heard off this CD, like back in old 2000 or whenever it was. And it's got one of the best, like there's this bit about 3 minutes into the song where it builds up and kicks back in, and Burton just does this massive scream, and it's like nothing you've ever heard before, and it's really stellar stuff. They throw down Hurt Conveyor, really good there. Nice, just chugging song, which is always good. This one has some bonus tracks on it. We got Strain versus Resistance, Repentance, and Full Metal Contact. Strain, that's a really good song. It's lots of fun. It's like got a real sort of cruisy, just let's kick butt sort of beat. So hey, can't go wrong with that. Yeah, Repentance is alright. Full Metal Contact, that's an instrumental, but you sort of listen to it and you're like, hey, what was all that about? But anyway, for a bit of early noughties, yeah, I probably got the year wrong. I think this was 2001, so have a go at me in the comments about that, but close enough. Same decade. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's a goodie. So lots of good times to be had on old Digimortal. If you can pick up the one with the extra tracks, yeah, go for it. That's the way to go. It's got all this cool artwork, and the band, they're looking real. They're like wearing bandanas and looking tough, and you know, all that sort of thing. So give it a crack if you can. All right, we got a real thumper that's going to blow the roof off the dump here. It is Black Label Society with Stronger Than Death. Now, this one just doesn't stop. They put the foot on the gas from the gate. We got All For You as the first song. Really groovy riff. If you're familiar with Zakk Wylde, Black Label Society, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, et al., you know where we're going with this, and you know it's going to be good. And that's like, it doesn't pretend to be anything else. It just knows what it needs to do and does it great. Yeah, we got phony smiles and fake hellos, and if like you listen to these songs and you just want to go out and just, I don't know, party or something, it is such a great vibe. There's the next song, there's a song called 13 Years of Grief. Again, it is heavy as hell. It sounds like a dumpster full of bricks. It is just madness, and like all the way through, like the riffs are brilliant. There's a ton of solos, so if you like your guitar solos, there's Zakk Wylde doesn't let you down. Like, these ones are packed. Like, back in year 2000, 1999, guitar solos were on the out. It wasn't a cool thing to even be able to like play guitar well enough to do a solo. Like, if you could do that, like, people thought you were like, you got looked down on. So, old mate Zach Wild, bringing the goods. It's mint. We got, I believe there's a ballad in there. There's another couple. A real highlight, of course, is the title track, Stronger Than Death. That is another thumper. Like, they just mash it in that one. Real heavy, really good solos, and really great riffs. And probably my favourite track on the album is called Love Rain Down. It's the last song. And on this one, boy, do they melt it. It's kind of maybe it's an homage to Into the Void by Black Sabbath, if you're familiar with that track. Hey, but yeah, they really just destroy the speakers on this one. Such a good riff. Like, it's got this big intro, and then this really rocking just main riff that you just want to punch the air when you hear it. It is such a goodie. And a really crazy middle eight. Like I've never heard anything like this before. Really great. It just sounds so good and so melodic. Again, Zach's vocals are great. The guitar playing is really good. Really, really top shelf stuff. And stick around for the outro. You're in for a treat. So, Stronger Than Death, Digimortal, Brutal Planet, Stronger Than Death again. You're in for a treat with these three. I was a bit off with my accuracy with the years when they were released, but if you've got a comment about that, you can go into said comment section and talk about it there. If not, like and subscribe, and let's see what we can flush out next time for some crazy tunes. And if you've got any suggestions, throw down. I'd like to hear about it. I'll listen to whatever you got. All right, everyone, peace out. Take it easy. Speak to you soon. Like and subscribe.